Hi, my name is Dejane, and I'm making this video to talk about my suicide attempt. How I got over it, and like how I try to move on from depression. So here you go. I'm trying not to smile because like it's supposed to be serious. But okay, so it started off when I was young, and about 10 or 12, my mom started drinking and doing wet and stuff. So it jeopardized me from living in certain areas. And she first, we used to live with my stepdad on Chadwick Street. That's Susquehanna. That's where I'm from. And we was living there for a good while until she started, doing drugs and stuff. And we had to move from there. Well, I had to move because, I had to move with my grandma. And I moved with my grandma, but I found out that my mom and my dad was, living in the same house. And so I was young. I don't know what age I was, but I was really young. And I always wanted to live with my dad. So when I found out that my dad had a house, I was so urged to move with my mom and my dad because I didn't know how bad the situation was. But I was like, oh, I don't want to be here because my grandma and them, they don't really do the outside. They really stay in the house a lot, and they just not the type of life I live. Like, I like to go outside. I like to have fun. They don't do that. They like to sit around and do nothing. Like, they're real strict a little bit. But anyway, so I moved here to my grandma's house. I stayed there for a couple of days. But then I wound up, like I said, I was urged to move and live with my dad. So I moved with my dad. I was hoping that it would be a good experience, and I was hoping that it would be nice because I always wanted to live with my dad. We had major issues about me living with my dad or being around my dad, and I was hyped and thought it would be a great experience and stuff. But as time moves forward, my dad, like I said, my dad is a wethead also, and my dad does drugs. And I thought it would be a good experience because, that's my dad, and he wanted me to move in, and I wanted to move in, so I thought that would be nice. But turns out he really didn't want me or my mother living there. So technically, I was about 13, 14, technically raising myself, and I always be in the house by myself, door always unlocked, and anybody could come in the house. We really didn't have, I didn't really have everything the other kids had in my school. I really didn't have, I had hot water and stuff, but I didn't have, a nice environment. I'm gonna just say that. So my mom and my dad always was fighting, and I was fighting my mom because sometimes she'll come in the house drunk and yell at me and be in my face and always just she just come in the house drooling, and sometimes I would get angry and forget that she's my mom, and we'll fight each other. And I fight with my dad because my dad always say he not Santa Claus. And it's I don't really ask much from my dad. All I ask is for him to do his job. And then when you approach him about it, he has a problem with it. So I was just living in a bad environment, fighting, violence, all kinds of stuff, drugs. So one day my aunt Cheryl died, and they already knew what type of environment I was living in, but the plan really wasn't for me to move with them. I was just going over there for the summer and go to the funeral, but I wound up living there, and and it was alright. But then again, my cousin got like 5 or 6 kids. Rolling. I have 3 boy cousins, and they're very overprotective. They're very like always drawing. Like I couldn't even have a boyfriend nothing because was just they was just too much. And me and them fighting. She wanted me to watch her daughter and stuff. I don't like that. It's always loud in the house. Too much going on. It's too much stuff going on over there. So I wound up moving back with my grandma. Technically, I was living with my aunt, but I was being taken care of my grandma. If y'all understand, like my grandma, she was taking care of me with the financial stuff and like hygiene stuff, clothes. And my aunt, she was just there, like just letting me live there. Now we gonna get to that part. Down, that's the part. So I was living there for like, I've been living there for a while. I've been living there since I'll say my 9th grade year to my 10th grade year. And so living there, it wasn't bad, but it was just like they knew, my grandmama and them knew that my mom and my dad wasn't stable enough for me to live with them. And they knew my situation, and they knew how I feel. They knew how I felt about my parents, no matter what. Even though they did bad towards me, I will always be there for my parents. And because of that, they was like, okay, so y'all understand when you have a house and you're in a house and people are your parents leave you in a house by yourself for like a couple months, a couple days, and you invite somebody over. That's just how it go. Like, I know certain things I was doing, sneaking out the house. I'm not innocent. Sneaking out the house sometimes because my grandparents, they wouldn't let me go out. They want me to be stuck up under them, and I can't do that. Like, I can't be suffocated. I just can't be suffocated. I can't be in a house and can't do anything. Like, I could do that here, but it's like I can't do that there. Like, it's like too much. Like, they got too many things going on with them. Like, they want me to be like their son. Like, their son, he lived with them since he was a little baby. He's 22 now, and I am independent. I don't like people taking care of me all the time. But so like, if I'll do something and like I'll do it, no matter what I did, I'll do something, and the first thing they do is bring up that my mom and my dad don't do nothing. They'll bring up that, oh, you doing this, but your mom and your dad don't do that, and like, see, your mom don't really care about you. Your dad don't care about you. We don't need people that care about you. We be doing all this stuff for you. And it wasn't like they did it one time. It was like an everyday thing. I'll come home from school. Every day I hear that speech. And it was like, I understand. Like, I understand that y'all take care of me and go do that. But y'all don't gotta keep throwing it in my face. Like, it irritates me sometimes. And I get on my nerves. Like, now y'all throwing in my face that my mom and my dad don't do nothing for me. And it's like, if y'all feel some type of way about it, y'all can say in a certain way, like a certain way that you say things. You don't say, oh, I do this for you, and your mom and your dad don't do that. So every day I come home from school, they'll say, oh, your mom and your dad, they don't do nothing for you. Your dad, he a dope dealer and all that other stuff. He in the streets, he don't take care of you. Your mom, she don't care about you. And they just throw that in my face every single time, every day. So It was I was holding in for a long, long time. Like I was trying, I was trying to like keep a strong mind and try to move forward and like try to do the things that they want me to do and try to be a good person, try to be a good child. But it's just like it's so much that you can take when you only 16, 15. And like it's like they want me to go against my mom and my dad, but I can't do that because they still my parents. Like it's something like she want me to. She said my grandma she'll be like, well, you need to make your mom and your dad have consequences for their actions. Like, what you want me to do? Put them in jail? I'm not gonna do that. If I can't force my parents to, I can't force them to do something that they should have been doing. Like I can't force them to love me, and I can't force them to take care of me. That's something that they have to want to do on their own. That's something that they have to want to do. Like I can't make them do anything. Only thing I can do is express my feelings to them, and if they don't take heed to it, then that's just how it is. So my grandma, me and her going at it because she just throwing things at me and making me feel like I have to be an adult. Like I was taking care of myself. I didn't really have nobody. I've been taking care of myself since I was a little girl. So when they the ones that came to me and said they wanted to help me and they wanted to do all this stuff, and then when it finally gets to the nitty gritty where it's like no money getting involved and they're not getting paid or anything, they just felt like, oh, since we not getting this, so we gotta like do something. Like it's a problem now. Like, then my aunt, she really didn't want me there. I was just there. So it was like she didn't really want me there. She don't want nobody in the house. She don't want nobody near her. She don't want nobody talking to her. She'll call her every day. I'll be upstairs and I'll walk past, go to the bathroom, and I heard them on the phone talking about me, saying, oh, she gotta go. She's a problem. And it was just like, wow. Like, I just feel that way. Like every time I turn around, like it was like my mom and my dad already don't want me. They don't have no place for me to go. And then it's y'all saying that y'all do want me, but then when it's something don't go your way or it's something y'all feel some type of way about it, y'all want to throw that my mom and my dad don't take care of me. So one day, I did go live still with my mom where she was at. I'll say about 3 days, just for like a little bit of the summer, and my mom kicked me out because she was drunk and she was yelling at me. She was arguing with me while we ended up in my house, and I'm trying to tell her to chill. So me and her arguing, me and her got into the fight. She kicked me out. She threw all my stuff out. I was 16 at the time. She threw all my clothes out, and I didn't have nobody to call, so I called my grandmom, of course, and they came. They did come, but they were also mad. They was mad, and they was like, see, that's why you shouldn't do the things that you do, cause stuff like this happens. See, you call us, and then you call us 4 o'clock in the morning to come get you when she throw you out, but then you do stuff like you do certain things to us and da da da. They was just like saying, see, your mom don't care about you, da da da. So that went by. Then a couple days go by. I told my grandma, she still brings up the fact that my mom threw me out. Like, I understand, but it's like, okay, like she like, oh, she threw you out. See, she don't care about you. Your mom and your dad don't care about you. Nobody cares about you but us. We care about you. And then they just like constantly, like, it's like all the time they'll just constantly throw that they don't care about me. And it's like I told you, like, I'm not innocent, but I really didn't do much. I wasn't that disrespectful little girl who disrespect their parents or grandparents. It was just minor little things that I did. Like, I'll be in the house by myself and I have a boy over, but I'm in the house by myself for 4 months, which y'all expect. By myself, home, like nobody checking up on me and nothing. So every time I do something like that, they threw that in my face, that my mom threw me out. She don't care about me. So, and then on top of that, I was just like going through like, and on top of that, I was going through like relationship stuff with a guy. We're not gonna say no names, but I was going through relationship stuff with that person, and he was there for me, but he wasn't there how I wanted him to be there for me. Like we cool now, but there's still some gaps in between that, cause like he fuck with me, but then again he don't fuck with me. Like I'm good to give to him, but first him giving back to me is like nothing. Like I'm good to have sex with, I'm good to be on the phone with, but I'm not good enough to be a girl. And that's a problem because he's the only person I trust. He's the person that's there for me. And it's just like, you fuck with me 1 minute, you fuck with me, don't. And then on top of that, we just like, on top of that, my mom and my dad don't want me. On top of him don't want me. On top of my grandparents don't want me. It just built up on me so much. And it was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's just so much that you can take. Like, when somebody don't want you, when you feel unwanted and neglected by your parents, friends, grandparents, you just don't know what to do. It's like you can't run away, and you can't run away from your problems, but you don't know how to deal with them because you don't have nobody in your corner. So April 29th was the day that I wanted to kill myself. I was in my room one morning before I went to school, and I looked at a bottle of pills, and I wanted to take them. I was so depressed. I was just so irked. I got in a fight with my grandma about my parents not taking care of me and not being there for me. And that day is like a tragedy, I guess. I was sad because the day before I wanted to go see my dad, and I wanted to talk to him, and I tried to talk to him and try to like tell him about how he's not a father, and he told me he ain't Santa Claus. Like, I wasn't asking him to give me anything because he did tell me he was gonna give me medicine and stuff because I was sick, but it was like I really went down. When I go see my dad, I go see him just because like it's one out of a year that I see him. And it's like, I just wanted to see my dad. And I went to go see him, try to talk to him. Because every time I see him, I don't want to just be all ha-ha, he, like everything's cool. I want to go see him to tell him how I feel, to tell him that, oh, this is not cool. Like, me being away from my parents, being away from my dad is not cool. And, like, he doesn't care. He blames everything on my mother. And my mom not doing her part, but it's two to tangle. Like, it takes two to tangle. You can't blame everything on my mom. And you're the problem also. You have never done anything for me. So he told me he was a Santa Claus and that he can't do nothing for me. And so I was already sad about that. And so that April 29th was the day, like I said, I wanted to kill myself. I'm gonna take a bottle of, I think it was Zans, whole bottle of Zans, or antibiotics. I was gonna take a whole bottle of antibiotics, but I didn't because I do want to live and I do want to succeed and I do want to move on my life. I do want to live my life, and I don't want to get married, but if I did, I wanted to do that. I want to finish school. I want to get a job. I just want to live my life. And I was just so upset, and I really wanted to die that day. Like, I just wanted in my life. But I thought about it, and I wound up going to school, but I wound up being crying, and the counselor saw me, and she saw me, and we talked. But by the time for talking to her and telling her my story, and by the time I sprinkled in there and said that I had suicidal thoughts, and because of that, I wound up going to crisis center. The crisis center. And when I got there, I thought I was going to have a conversation with somebody and be out. But I wound up going to Belmont Hospital. And I stayed there for about 4 months. People think that a psych hospital is like bad and always like how you see on TV, but it's not. it's really like I wasn't trying to be bougie now, but I don't think me being in there was right for me. I was in there too long. I was in there for 4 months straight because one, on top of that, I didn't have no guardian to go with. I didn't have nobody. I didn't have no visits. Not even my parents. I had like one visit from my mom. It was supposed to be for a meeting. After that, I didn't see her. After those months, I didn't see my grandma. So my grandma one time, she ain't never come after the months. My dad don't even know I'm in there. He don't know where I'm at. He don't know if I'm alive. So I was in there for a long time. It was a good experience and it was a bad experience because, like, being in there is not a choice. Like, I see a lot of friends go in and out of there, and being in there is not worth it because at the end of the day, it don't even gonna make you feel worthy for yourself. Being in there, like, you really having somebody tell you when to wake up, when to eat, when to go to sleep is not okay. It's not. And technically you're in jail in there because when you in there, you on a girl unit. If you on a suicide note, when you on a girl unit and you on 2 E's, you are going to be in a whole bunch of mess. And it wasn't for me. I was in a whole bunch of drama. Well, I wasn't in a bunch of drama, but I had friends that was in drama, so technically I was in drama. And then I had like my little relationships or whatever y'all call it, gay for the state, whatever, or them types of joints. It was just, then the little therapy stuff wasn't for me because I don't like coloring, I don't like meditation, I don't like being told to be calmed down. I wasn't having it. Like, being in there too long wasn't for me. I was already irritated, and I already was just like I just couldn't do it. Like, I was quiet the whole time there for real. Like, my first day, this girl named Nasira and this girl named Beyonce wanted to fight me and my friend Desire. But, because they thought that I liked it, some boy there, my first day there, and it really wasn't the case. So they got instead of getting argued with me, they got argument with my little friends that I had. And then they just, it was just so much going on there. It was fights. It was relationship problems. Like, it was just too much going on in that place. Like, seriously. So, it was just too much. Like, and I was going through so much. Like, my parents was the main thing on my mind while I was in there. Like, am I ever wanted my parents? And it was just like, I never thought in a million years I would be in a situation. But I wound up getting in that situation. And I was in Belmont. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I had suicidal thoughts. And it's just like, this girl in my school, she wound up saying that people that got suicidal thoughts or people that, overdose are stupid. And I correct her and told her that they're not stupid. It was just that when you go through something, it's hard to go through it alone. But you made it, this Instagram stuff, you make yourself look like you are and you really not. Like me, I'm okay, but sometimes I do have my thoughts. I don't have suicide thoughts. Sometimes I get in my depression moments when something is like crossing my mind, but like I push through it and I do my coping skills. That's one thing I learned in Belmont. I use coping skills, listen to music, try to write, do my hair, something to keep me moving, keep me motivated, something to keep my mind off the fact that I've been through a lot. And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it to people because sometimes I can't even handle it myself. Like, sometimes I don't know who to talk to because every time a lot of people disappoint me. So it's hard for me to talk to people. It's hard for me to trust people. It's hard for me to trust guys, mainly because I've had a dad who told me he's gonna always be there for me, but never. I have a guy that said he loved me, but does stupid things to me, and I will never trust nobody ever again. I don't trust friends. I don't trust nobody. And I try to trust people, but there's something in me that just won't. Like, I can't. Like, I'll be like, I'm listening to you, but for real, I'm not. Just like, it's like a hard life. But I got out of placement August 20th, and when I got out, I opened my eyes, and it was just like, I'm never going back. Never. Like, I want to be able, no stress, even though I'm 17 and I'm going to have stress in my life for school, probably relationships, because I won't be, even though I won't be getting into any, just a lot of stuff. Like, but I just, every day I wake up and I try to push myself so I can do better, so I won't go back to where I was at, because it's not, I'm telling you, it is not worth it. You tell somebody that you got suicidal thoughts, the first thing they think is that you're crazy, and you're not. You just alone and you don't have nobody. No matter how many times your friends say they're there for you, you gotta make sure, you yourself gotta make sure that they're there for you, because a lot of people say that they're there for you and they're not. A lot of people say that they understand and they do not. See, in Belmont, those BHAs never understood. They be like, I understand. Being in foster care and being in Belmont is totally different. Being in foster care and being in a foster home, you have a life. You're able to plan what you want. You're able to go outside. You're able to live, able to breathe. In Belmont, you can't breathe, technically. Somebody's always watching you. When you sleep, somebody's watching you. When you wake up, somebody's watching you. And like, you have no privacy, you have no life. It's just like horrible. Like, it's not bad, but it's bad for a young lady to be in there. Boys, I don't know. But for a young lady, or anybody, my bad, anybody to be in there is not okay, because it makes you feel like you're in a box and you can't get out. Like on Riverdale, when they buried that boy alive. Yeah, that's what it felt like. You're suffocating. And being in there is not good. Like, it's really hard. You feel like like in the beginning you're mad, in the middle you're trying to work through so you can leave. But it is like, damn, when am I getting out? I'm fine now. Sometimes I have my moments because I'm alone. I feel like in the future I'm gonna be alone, because I don't think nobody ever will understand how I feel, or ever gonna be able to be there for me, because they don't understand what it feels like to be alone. Like, boys, they got this guard up. Oh, they don't need nobody. Or they can move on to the next chick. And it's like, or they can brush off what happened to them in the past. Females can't do that because we got emotions. Me, I can't do that. I'm very emotional. I'm goofy. I come to school, I always have a plan that I'm going to come to school with a smile on my... I always come to school and say that I'm not going to talk to nobody. But for some reason, I wind up talking to people because I don't want people to think that I'm weak. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me crying sometimes, but I don't want people to see what I'm going through, because the school I go to, they take your weakness and they throw it in your face. They will never understand. They laugh at you. They laugh at you like you're a joke. And it's like, but that's it for right now. But I just wanted to do that because, like, I was thinking about it. I don't think I really told y'all a lot because I was trying to mush around because I really want to get off my chest. But yeah, that's it. Goodbye.